San Diego's Morning News. News Radio 600. KOGO.
KOGO News Time, 6:40. San Diego's Morning News. A phone scam you need to hear about because it's tax time and people are after your money. It's 58 degrees right now downtown. KOGO News Time, 6:42.
Well, it is tax season. That always has people kind of nervous. And it's also prime season for con artists who are calling people and posing as IRS, and I'm using air quotes, officers.
Well, they are. Aren't they treasury agents? Joining us on the KOGO News Live Line, tax expert and resolution specialist John DiLucci. And man, you know, at the time that you're doing your taxes, you're already a little bit scattered. You're feeling the pressure. And is this a great time for them to scam?
Yes, it is. And they're out there in droves making these calls to unsuspecting taxpayers.
So what are these calls? What are they saying to people when they're calling?
Well, in general, what they're saying is they're calling up and saying, hello, my name is, and my badge number is, and I'm with the IRS, and you owe $700 and something, and if you don't send a certified check or money order to the following address, we're going to send the police to arrest you, or they'll threaten to take your home, or some other threat like that.
How is a person to know if a call is legit?
Well, in general, really the thing to know is that the IRS doesn't make phone calls. That's the quickest way to know. Unless you owe over $200,000 and you've been assigned a specific IRS revenue officer, they don't make phone calls.
So who are they targeting, and who is falling for this?
I'm hearing calls from all quarters, but they are targeting the elderly and people that are new to our country more. People who they think are going to be more likely to, more afraid and more willing to respond.
Okay, so you get one of those phone calls and you just want to make sure, because let's face it, you're going to break out into a cold sweat. Most of us will. So you break out in your cold sweat and then you do what?
You should hang up and call 1-800-829-1040. That's the phone number for the IRS.
So, John, how many people so far have been taken by this, and how much money have they given these people?
Oh, gosh, I don't know exact numbers, but it's happening in droves. I know one tax professional told me that 15 of his clients have been hit with this. My cousin got a call like this. I even got a call.
Really?
Yeah, so that was an interesting call. I let a little pregnant pause go on for a second, and I said, dude, you've called the wrong guy. And I went up one side and down the other on him.
And what happened?
I reported him to the Treasury Inspector General and to the Federal Trade Commission.
Do they ever catch these guys, though, really?
I don't think they're having much luck with that right now, because a lot of these folks, they're calling from unknown numbers. And, you ask them for their phone number to call them back, and it might reach them, it might not, but even if it does, how do you track it? It's just a phone number.
Yeah, that's, it's so worrisome, because I know that people, in this time can be a little bit stressed and it's a little bit scary, and that's a phone call that you don't want to get, especially if you are unsure about how the IRS works. So just bottom line, just no phone calls. The IRS does not call you.
No phone calls and no email. The only way the IRS really contacts people is through the mail. They love to kill trees, and if you don't have at least a few dead trees worth of mail from them, it's not the IRS.
Okay.
All right, good advice from John DiLucci, tax expert and resolution specialist.
It's always such a scary time for people, too, with taxes, because, who wants to get audited?